This song just declares that God makes us better. Come on, if you believe it, somebody shout better. God makes us better. Got every trial, every tribulation. I thank you. You make me better. You make me better. I'm nothing without you. I'm better. I'm better. You make me better. You make.
And now, introducing the host of I Am Better Now, Dr. David Jones.
Yes, 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 yes. How y'all doing out there today? You guys look fabulous, fabulous. How do you feel being in the presence of God today on a Friday evening? Isn't it a blessing, guys? Good to see you all with smiles on your faces. I'm Dr. David Jones, and I'm just honored to be here on behalf of Tanner Community Development Corporation. We are so thankful for you being here today. We want to thank Teen Challenge for opening their doors and allowing us to come in here for this special program today. We are so excited about our guest today. So y'all ready for a real celebrity? So, when I first started radio, she and I had a radio show together, and it was on NBC Sports, and it was called the DNA Sports Wrap-Up Show. And it was DNA because my name was David, and her name was Adrian. And we were able to talk about some of the best topics that you could think about in sports. And so now that I'm on television, I think it's great that I can invite back the person who helped me get where I am today. Not just God, because he gets the credit first, but there's always people in our lives that help us along the way. And so because I am better now, I want to continue to help you to get better by introducing you to some people who've gone through some challenges and done some things, but they've also reached a celebrity status. So let's give a nice, warm, healthy welcome to NBA or WNBA, former All-Star, former USC Trojan, former Phoenix Mercury, Adrian Williams.
Hi.
We can meet here. Please, please, please. We got the pillows just because of the shirt you had on today. We wanted to match you. Yeah, Christmas is coming. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Thank you. Let me start off by saying you have been a great friend over the years. I think it's when I went back and looked, I think there's a 12-year history from us knowing each other, and we've been able to do some great things. My first experience on the radio was with you.
Wow.
I didn't want you to know I was a rookie.
I did not know you were a rookie.
I was a rookie.
You did a good job. Yeah, I thought we did good. I was, man.
Corey Gaines talked me into doing a radio show, and then I ended up getting a job with the Phoenix Mercury. By that time, you were the chaplain for the Phoenix Mercury. So I would go in and get prepared for the game, but I would stop down into the locker room because you would bring both teams together for prayer and to preach.
Right.
Are you afraid to talk about that?
No, I didn't. I retired from the WNBA in about 2009, and so then I became one of the chaplains in 2011. So I just can't take the credit for I bring him in. It was a blessing for me to have that full circle moment. We might talk about this, I don't know, but when I left the Mercury, it wasn't a good leaving
Right.
type situation. So to then go back and minister, on the way there, I was crying. On the way there,
Wow.
I was like, thank you, God, because I was like, he's using me as I'm going back to the place that hurt me. And so that was a blessing for me. And so, yes, both teams have an opportunity to come together. I wouldn't call it preaching. It's like about a 10.
No, you were
Listen.
preaching. You were preaching.
Listen, we used to have
I
15
sat
minutes.
in them, Adrian. You were preaching.
They have, we used to have about 15, 18 minutes, then it went to 15. Then it went to, we're like, now, hello, how you doing? God is good. So, but it's still a blessing to be able to just speak to the team before, because I just remember sitting there. So it's an honor for me.
Yeah, yeah. I wanna go back and talk about your career. I want to start with some of your highlights. You graduated from USC, but you attended Clovis West High School, and your name is up in lights at that school.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that. How does that feel to retire or to leave your high school? They retired my jersey at my high school, and I was honored.
Yeah.
Your name is actually also in the history books,
Yeah.
but up in lights. Talk about that experience.
It is an honor. You know,
Yeah.
I was named the Hall of Fame in 2018 for Clovis West, and then 2000, I think it was 17 or 16 for Fresno. And really the honors, my kids don't believe anything that I did. I am just mom. So, well, at least at that time, they're starting to know. But back then, it was just really such a cool experience for my kids to see me get an award. And when they've normally, I'm just getting them drinks and food. So, and just, it's surreal a little bit, because when I was playing basketball, I was just playing because I enjoyed it. I really wasn't thinking about anything in the future. So now it's kind of like all this is, I appreciate it more.
Yeah. Retirement wasn't hard for me. I remember I was in the Netherlands, and it was the second day of my seventh season of playing pro ball. And we were on a fast break, and my teammate threw the ball, and it was too far. And I could have run it down, but I didn't. And I stopped. And the coach with an accent, "What are you doing?" And I bent over, untied my shoes, and dropped them on the floor, and did like this and said, "I'm done." And that's what I did.
What?
I retired right then on the spot. I didn't want to do it anymore. I just did not want to play anymore. I didn't want to train. I didn't want to lift weights. I didn't want to watch my eating. I said, this is it.
Right
and I shut
there.
it down. Right there. And I took
There
my
had to
Nikes
be-
off and dropped them. I know Nikes, dropped them right on the floor.
There had to have been signs leading up to that.
It was. When I was on the airplane going to the Netherlands, I was like, why am I
Okay.
doing this?
All right.
But I love my teammates. I just didn't want to play anymore.
That was just very specific. like I'm not going to.
When did you know it was time
Okay.
to hang up the shoes?
Very similar, but not in the game.
And you were
in the
talking about
game.
me?
No, the reason I asked you is there had to be a lead up. It was a lead up.
Yeah.
And from the time I was on the court, when I did gymnastics, whatever I did really hard. I always wanted to be the best. I always gave extra. When I knew I didn't want to do that anymore, that's when I knew I was done. So I was the type that, I would sacrifice going out, doing anything, eating bad. I would be in the gym when no one else was there. I was your stereotypical gym rat. And so when I didn't want to go to the court, when it was by myself and do lines, that's when I was like, I'm done. But it was still hard for me. And I actually didn't get a chance to play my last game. So I went in 2008, at the end of that season, I went to China to play basketball, which is what we do. We go overseas, different places. And I hurt my knee out there. And that ended up, long story short, that ended up being the last time I ever played basketball, because I had to have knee surgery, and then I had knee surgery, and then I ended up getting a blood clot. And then because I had a blood clot, they wouldn't let me play, of course, because I was on blood thinners. And so I never got a chance to play my last game.
Did you cry?
Yeah, I had cried for 2 weeks straight.
I didn't cry at all.
I tried.
I didn't.
I mean, you
Not
stopped
one
in the
tear.
middle of a game.
Not one. Well, it was practice, but I shed not one tear.
I
just-
literally
no.
see. We know who loved it more, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was me. Like, I love basketball. I took it, and I actually take it very seriously.
I loved it too. I wanted to live. And when I say I wanted to live, from the time I was 12 years old, I had a basketball in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was that kid that, I'm from Washington, D.C., and when it snowed, I would take a big white bucket, fill it up with water, go outside and melt the snow in an area, and the wind is blowing, and I'm standing there like an idiot shooting baskets against the wind. And the kids in my neighborhood was like, look at DJ, he's stupid. But then
So
when
I
I
don't
made
see
it,
stupid. Right,
I
see love.
But that's how they saw
Right.
me in doing that. And so when it came time for me to retire, I remember sitting on the airplane, eating a donut, listening to Kenny G song, Going Home. and that's the God's honest truth. I was listening. Kenny G song, Going Home, sitting on
Just
that
happy.
airplane, just eating a glazed donut.
Oh, you got to eat now.
Oh yeah, they didn't allow us to eat those type of things
Yeah.
in the Netherlands. So yeah.
Well, it was both for me. I was ready. I did not want to play anymore. I never regretted retiring, but it was the first time. Training camp actually was the first time I had not been a part of a training camp and so for those 2 weeks of training camp, I was like literally on the floor next to the bed crying every day. And then I made it through. But
Wow.
we actually we don't talk about enough, like the transition, obviously not for you, but the transition from other athletes
Wow.
playing.
So we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the transition.
Okay.
Because it's really tough.
Yeah.
It is really, really tough. Adrian Williams, we'll be back.
Music Fest International and Christ Central University is headed to the Dominican Republic for 6 days of music and the first alumni class reunion and graduation cruise on Carnival Magic. We will be making stops on the beautiful islands of Amber Cove, Celebration Keys, and Grand Turks. Join us March 1st through the 7th, 2026, as we port from Miami, Florida. Contact Sean or Dr. Lady Rain to reserve your spot today.
Are you interested in continuing your education, certificate, or degree that will prepare you for ministry and equip you in the marketplace? Come make Christ Central International University your home by registering to become a certified Christian published author, Christian life and career coach, chaplain, and get your bachelor's, master's, PhD degree. Visit us at www.myccu.
All right, we're back with Adrian Williams, former WNBA All-Star, USC Trojans.
Right on.
She's proud of that. Before we went into commercial break, we wanted to talk about transition. But somebody in the audience threw a question to me, or us, I think us,
Okay.
before we came back, and he asked the question, can we dunk a basketball? In 1996, that was my last attempt.
Right.
Now, if you give me a nice glass of milk and a donut,
You can
that's
dunk it.
all the dunking you will ever see
Right there.
from me.
Right there.
That's it.
I'm going to go with that answer.
Same thing?
Same.
Same? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we just answered that question in the audience.
I actually appreciate the fact that he thinks that I could do a layup right now. So thank you.
Well, you look 30. You look 30.
And I'm nowhere
You-
near it.
you-
So
yeah,
thank you.
And she is, I was just teasing her when we get ready for the show. She's an inch taller than I am. She's an inch taller than I am. So if anybody could dunk a basketball, Those days are over for me.
Me too.
Transition. Once we step down from the sport, one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of athletes make is not having a plan.
Right.
And I mean from a mental standpoint,
Right.
from a financial standpoint, from a dreams standpoint. And there seems to be very few people that will spend time talking to former athletes once they retire to transition into everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have that.
Right.
But I had a plan. I knew that my goal was to help other people, especially children, because of what my experience was as a young man. What were your thoughts when you retired? What did you say when you said, okay, this is it, what is my next step?
Well, I'm different than a lot of the players, in that, like my rookie year, we did have career stuff. And another thing is we don't listen so much.
Who, women or athletes?
Well, I didn't want to say women, but men
can we
don't
make sure
listen.
we get that again? Let me ask that question one more time.
I didn't want to say
Who
women,
does it?
but men.
My wife is in the audience. I want to make sure she hears this.
I thought we were talking about athletes.
Oh,
I didn't know we
athletes.
were
Okay, I'm
still
sorry.
gonna be
Let me get refocused.
But I can
Okay.
give you stats if you. No, I'm saying athletes. Athletes think we have forever. Like, so.
Oh yeah.
But for me, my rookie year, they said, well, what do you want to do when you get done? I always wanted to be a mom. So that's what I said. I always wanted to be a wife and a mother. And so that was really what I wanted to do. That's actually why I retired, to be.
Really?
Yeah. I could have still balled out.
You and I have never had that
I know.
conversation.
Yeah, I could. I got married, divorced now. I got married in 2007. So I just decided I really wanted to focus on being a wife and mother, and I don't regret that ever, because my babies, they're 14. I have a 14-year-old son and a 12-year-old daughter. They keep me living. They keep me alive.
You have great kids.
And it's actually, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It is a blessing to be able to be a mother. And so that's really what I wanted to do. So that was my plan, and that's what I did. So,
Yeah.
But I know that the transition for other people, especially if you don't have your own sense of self,
Mm-hmm.
general managers really didn't like me because I was like, God's got me. I always have God's got me.
Yeah.
It wasn't about basketball. It was about basketball was what I did. It wasn't who I was. And I knew that, as long as I was obedient and walked in the ways of God and I just trusted him, that he would direct my steps.
Right.
I always trusted that. And I still trust that. When you don't have that and your life, who you think you are, is taken away, that's more difficult. And that's what a lot of athletes deal with.
Yeah, I tell people to spend time in the book of Proverbs. Proverbs is the book of wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a price you have to pay to become wise. There's some things that you have to step away from in order to for God to increase the things that you want and need.
Right.
And one of the things that I asked God for was really easy for me. It was peace and family. That's it. When I retired, all I wanted was peace and family. For me, my grandfather drowned when I was 12 in front of me. And so, I graduated high school, was an All-American coming out of high school, went to college, was Player of the Year. My first year as a freshman, did well for 4 years, graduated with a degree in psychology. None of my family came to any of my graduations, high school nor college. And here it is now, I have a doctorate. And really the only family that was there was my wife. Mm-hmm. And that meant a lot to me. She was there for me. She was there. But that also taught me that people in my life, like you, are also like family to me. And so it was easy for me to not necessarily look at the birth portion of it, but look at the team that was surrounding me.
Right.
And so that helped me a lot with my transition.
Right.
And I had great pastors.
Mm-hmm.
Pastor Hicks, Bishop Sexton. I just had great support as I continued to grow, especially in ministry.
Right.
Yeah. So talk about your kids. I did that on purpose because I wanted to see her smile. Whenever you bring up her kids, that's what you get.
I love
You
my
just-
babies.
It took for the life of me. I'm still trying to remember the song that your daughter used to sing when she was a baby. It was so cute because she just out of the blue starts singing this song, and I cannot remember what that song was.
I don't remember. We have so many songs that made up, that we have so many songs. My 14-year-old, he just started high school, and that was difficult because I saw how, if you have kids, you understand, I saw how fast that came, and so that's how fast he can leave, and go to college. And so seeing him walk on campus was great. He is a honors student. He's in all honors classes or AP classes. And the first couple of weeks of school, he came to me, he's like, "Mom, I think I'm gonna try to be valedictorian." I'm like, "Oh my God, no." No, I mean, like the fact that he would even say that, because I'm just like, I'm trying to get A's and B's so my mom and dad would get off my case. But he really takes school seriously. And he's 5'10" and a half. And everyone
At 14.
At 14, and everyone always asks, "Are you play basketball? Do you play basketball?" And I said, "We need to work on your answer," because everyone assumes he wants to play basketball, but really he's academic, and he's a great student, musician. Both of my children are musicians. Their dad is a musician, so they get it naturally. I give them some of it though.
Do you sing?
I sing a little bit. Yeah.
I've never heard you sing.
Yeah, I sing a little bit. I just joined my church choir, so you can come here and sing. Yeah.
Yeah. You all were reading my mind.
No. Maybe I'll sing when we're not recording.
So she blends in with the choir, kind of like me. The late Tim Barnwell was the director of the choir at First New Life, and Tim, one day I had to meet him there to get some notes from him, and I walked in and I said, "I want to join the choir," and he handed me a piece of paper. And I was like, "What's that?" And he said, "It's a note, because that's the only note you're going to hold."
Oh, no. That's messed up.
So
no, my choir said they were happy to have me. So.
Was it like 5 or 6 people in the choir?
No.
It's pretty big?
No, it's big.
It's big, okay.
Well, let me talk about my baby girl. So my baby girl, she's 12, and she just called me today. She made the volleyball team. So she's athletic. She's cheerleader, and she's my little mini me plus. And both of my kids, I feel like God's like, I might give you some trouble over here, but your children are going to be fine. And so it's been such a blessing to be their mother.
Yeah.
And, I don't really get a lot of trouble from them. And I mean, it's probably because I'm a great mother too, though, but no, play.
You can give her a half for that.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I'm kidding. They're awesome.
You've always had a bubbly personality.
Have I?
You have. One of the things that I admired about you was even when things were uncomfortable, you were able to smile. I wanted to take a moment on this show to apologize to you. You and I had a year and a half where we did not speak and we did not talk. At that time, I had no clue what you were going through. For me, there was one point in my life that I battled depression to the point where I had to seek professional help. Unfortunately, even though I'm in the position I'm in, when I see people who are smiling, I always think everything is fine. And you went through a season where you were challenged, and I realized that I wasn't there for you during that time. And it took a friend of ours who passed away that brought us back together, Oliver Miller. And so I wanted to apologize to you on the show to let you know that I missed the signs. I didn't understand what you were going through, but I'm super, super excited that we're this again. Because you're my sister. You're my sister.
Wow. I really, really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I did not know you were going to do that.
I know you wasn't. I was going to bring tissue up here, but then I was like, nah, she's too tough. She's not going to cry.
So I will say I appreciate your apology, and seeing you at the memorial service was good, you know, and then you immediately came over and you said, I'm sorry, which I don't think anyone in my life has ever done. And so many times relationships will fall not because there's still strife, but because there's, can I, should I? And you being bold enough to take the risk, because I could be like, no, get out my face.
Yeah.
Which I would not have done, but you just never know what someone's going to do. So I appreciate you doing that. It's ironic that you said that you never know what people are going through, because I also deal with depression. And so just last week, I was dealing with a depressive episode. Now I'm also getting my clinical mental health counseling degree, so I know what's going on during the time, but it's hard to get out of it. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. So someone was telling me, you always look like you're okay. And I said to God, can you know that saying, you don't look like where you've been? I'm like, God, can you let me look like it sometimes? And it's like, I was thinking just today about the 3 Hebrew boys when they were in the fiery furnace and they came out and they didn't look like what they've been through and they didn't smell like smoke. And I was thinking, I wonder if they had to try to convince people, no, I was in the fire. No, I really was in the fire. Yeah. No, it was hot because they didn't look like it and they didn't smell like it. And so I always like to humanize these situations in the Bible. And it's a blessing that we don't look like what we've gone through, but then it's people having to guess unless we say it. And so what I learned was saying it. I learned that I have to say, I'm struggling right now. I'm not doing well right now. And to the people who are safe. Right. And so you had no idea. I didn't, I was going through a lot, but you didn't know. So I don't hold that against you at all.
Right. I think one of the biggest things I can talk to this audience about, those who are tuning in, is when you feel a certain way, don't hold on to that. If we didn't learn anything from Robin, what was his name that passed away, the comedian, Robin Williams. This guy was a ball of laughs everywhere he went, but nobody knew what he was feeling inside. So he used the humor side of himself to keep people at a distance so he didn't have to share how he was truly feeling. And so it is so important. Take that time with God, have a conversation with God, listen to what his answer is, and then govern yourselves accordingly. Because it is serious. How you feel about you is so important. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm honored, tremendously honored that you're here and you were part of the I Am Better Now. Because you are better now.
Yeah, I am.
And so am I.
And I also didn't get a chance to thank you for inviting me on and being a part of this. This was really a blessing for me, and I always enjoy talking to you and talking about, our different topics and stuff like this. So
yeah.
this
we're
is
not
great.
Just basketball.
No, we're not.
No.
So much more.
Yeah. The best is yet to come.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you, Team Challenge. Thank you, Pastor Coates. And to all the staff members here at Teen Challenge, we want to thank you so much for hosting our show. If you would like to support this transformative work, visit tcaz.org and click donate. Please donate. To everyone, be sure to follow Tanner Community Development Corporation on social media. And if you would like to find us on Facebook, it's at Tanner CDC, and on Instagram at TannerCDC_. Thank you all so much. We're better because of you. I hope you're better because of us. On behalf of Praise FM, thank you all so much. Good stuff. Good stuff.